Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at McFarlane Toys Five Nights at Freddy's buildable construction sets. This is Nightmare with Wright Hall. Because this is also only 37 pieces, I think I'm actually going to open this up and build it on camera for you guys. This is our continued looks at the Five Nights at Freddy's construction sets from the McFarlane Toys Five Nights at Freddy's line. It's recommended for ages 12 and up. Like I said, it's only got 37 pieces, so it's fairly easy to build. Back of the package. Buildable set includes the bone-chilling Nightmare figure, desk, and lamp. That's also featured in French, and I believe also in Spanish as well. It's also compatible, and somebody asked me this in one of the other videos too, is it compatible with other brick building companies? I do this, I don't know really why I'm doing that, but yes, it is also compatible with other brick building companies too. So if you want to use it for Legos and Mega Blocks and stuff like that, it will work perfectly fine. Down below, the other figures that we've looked at too is Toy, well, we haven't looked at Toy Chica. Actually, that's not 100% true. That's the only one we haven't looked at. That's the only one I haven't picked up, I should say. Toy Bonnie we've looked at, Phantom Freddy we've looked at, and Phantom Foxy we've looked at, and I've also picked up Fun with Balloon Boy. So we're going to be looking at him as a separate video as well. That's pretty much it for packaging. I guess, yeah, I guess let's open this up. I was going to take a break, but really, it's only 37 pieces, so that's more than for this, enough for this guy to actually very easily open these up and do it on camera. Plus, I think a couple of you guys said you enjoyed when Spot opened these and did the full build on camera, so why not? We'll continue with that trend. And get this opened up completely. By the way, I found this at Toys R Us, and I think the set was about, I want to say like $9.99. It was about $10, so fairly reasonable. Even the larger sets are quite reasonable. They're not even the same sort of, I feel like they're not as expensive as Lego, even when you look at the big building sets. They don't seem as expensive as Lego. So let's look at the buildable, well, the figure first. He's not really built. Well, he is already built. He doesn't need building. The instructions indicate that you have to build the figures, but clearly, as you've seen with all these videos, you don't need to build them at all. There's Nightmare, looking very, very cool. You can kind of see how everything comes together. Like, it looks like the torso, this front piece, overlays over top of like just default torso underneath, and then the head kind of just planks itself on top. There's the top right there, and I guess you could, yeah, see there's the regular body underneath. Very similar to a minifigure, a Lego minifigure. Nice paint on it. Posability on Nightmare. Head rotates. Keep doing like this, see if the mouth opens. Well, I guess you could unhinge the mouth and have this showing. And then you could kind of bring the mouth up a little bit if you want to have it slightly opened. Arms move forward and back. Looks like there's a swivel in the wrist. Swiveled waist, forward and back on the legs. And it looks like a little bit also in the feet. The feet feel like prickly. I didn't cut myself, but it does feel like it's a little on the prickly side. I also like it that it looks like, let me just lift this up, there's 2 rows of teeth on the inside. Very, very cool. So there's your minifigure. That's Nightmare. We'll just put it right there. And then of course you've got the components to build this. This is going to take probably no time at all. These build really super fast. And one thing, the instructions seem pretty straightforward. Like there's not many instances other than just my own not paying attention where I was really truly confused with the instructions. Let's show you the instructions. We've got Five Nights at Freddy's construction set. This is set 12666. That's somewhat ironic. Recommended for ages 12 and up. Wright Hall. Shows you how to build it. Now again, it shows you how to build the figure, but the figure's already really built. You don't have to worry about that. Then you've got a little poster, My Day at the New, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and a continuation just showing you how everything pegs into place, and your accessory count, the number of bricks you're going to be getting in this. All right, so I'm going to put the instructions right there. And we're going to be using these, or I'm going to be using these at least for putting these guys together. We're going to start with, going to grab a flat tile here. I like this purple color. Now, going back to what I was saying about these being compatible, that's a great looking purple if you were building like a Joker or something like that. Then we're going to take some textured flooring. I don't know if the tiles have to be specific. They all look like they're roughly about the same, so we'll put those in. And we're going to repeat that again. And then we're going to continue it over to here, where we're going to take the brick that has the one peg. This is going to be where Nightmare is going to stand. And then I think, actually, you know what? Scratch that. I think these bricks actually have to be a different tile. I thought they were the same. Sure enough they weren't. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See, there's a tile right here where it's textured all the way through, right? And then there's a tile, if I can actually hold on to it, there's a tile that's slightly smooth at the top. So I'm actually going to be using the fully textured tile. Those will go on the bottom. I guess that really doesn't matter. You could use either or. But the instructions tell me to do it that way, so I'm gonna do it that way. Again, some of these are very similar to one another. Peg that back into place and attach that. All right, so let's go back to what we were doing. Going to take the smooth tile, that's going to go there. This, I'm not sure why this is here. We need like a 2 tile. That's going to go to the top. Like that. And then there's this weird tile that's got 3 holes in the top. I'm not sure why it's that, but that goes on top. Then we're going to take the tiles, and I think they put the smoother part of the tile to the top, so I'm going to do that as well. Doesn't really matter. I mean, you could do either or, but I'm doing it based on the instructions. So the instructions to the build is 100% right. Now, just like that, most of the flooring is done, other than just adding the table, so which we can go ahead and do that now. Take the table, and we want to put this piece on the front. And then we're going to take this longer 4 brick. That's going to go to the back. And we're going to attach the other leg to the side, just like that. And then we're going to attach the other. And it's a little loose, but I'm sure there's going to be stuff we're adding on top of it. Sure enough, there is. There's this textured brick that looks exactly almost like the purple one, except it's brown. That's going to go to the top. And then we're going to take a smaller smooth brick that's going to go next to it. And we're also going to take a brick that's got that little peg, the singular peg that goes on the end. Then we're going to take the front, which gives us a couple of drawers. And that's going to just attach to the front, just like that. And look at that. We've got ourselves a table, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and attach, we're going to make a lamp. Attach it like that. And we're going to attach a lampshade to it. And just like that, we've got ourselves a table. That would also explain why there's holes here. The legs, I think, one of the legs is going to attach into the hole. And that's going to hold the table in place. See? Table's not going anywhere now. And then to finish the look, we're going to take Nightmare. And maybe we'll just bring the arm forward there. I think according to the instructions, now granted I have not flipped the page yet. Flip the page, flip the page. Oh, actually, the table goes slightly on an angle. And then you can take Nightmare, and Nightmare pegs right to the front. You don't really have to do it this way, but again, I'm doing it just by the instructions so that it's 100% accurate to the way the instructions are showing. So you got yourself a table, a fairly simplistic to build floor, and a really cool looking Nightmare. This was, by comparison, I think one of the easier to build of these little small construction sets. The end result, though, not really much to be said for the diorama, but I love the minifigures, and all the more reason why I picked these up. I can put that on display with the other ones that we had to look at. Today's toy spot was looking at more Five Nights at Freddy's construction sets from the folks over at McFarlane Toys. This was Nightmare with Right Hall, which is basically just a floor, a table, and a lamp on top. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more toy spots heading your way. Maybe we'll do more of these. If you guys like them, give me a like. Just kind of like that video and let me know down below in the comments section. Certainly, as well, additional to Five Nights at Freddy reviews, Spot's got a lot more videos heading your way as well. Thanks for watching. See you next time.